Training wheels for writing. We've talked in class about several things you have to have in your writing, and so double check, and if you have any questions, here we go. Make sure obviously you have a thesis statement, you have your claims, your evidence, commentary, and transitions. Now to clarify on each of those, and again, make sure that you have a thesis statement. The thesis statement is the roadmap for your readers. It's basically where you're taking your reader in your paper and the only place you're going to take them with that thesis statement. Make sure it is one statement against the topic of your essay. And it usually is in your introduction. When you get to be a really good writer, then you may have a couple of things leading into that, but it's somewhere in your introduction, either the beginning of your introductory paragraph or the end of your introductory paragraph. And usually for now, when you'd include your claims and want those claims parallel, and we've talked about parallelism in class. Here's a good example. Cows make excellent house pets because they are affectionate, clean, and civilized. In that thesis statement, I would have all three of my claims I'm going to talk about, and then it's all parallel. So the next thing I want you to make sure you've got within your essay, make sure you've got your claims. These are basically your topic sentences for your essay. These are the things that support your thesis statement. For now, I want to make sure you have three of those. Later on, I'll relax you a little bit and let you have two. But for now, make sure you've got three. Again, claims your topic sentences for your paragraphs. They're each of those. They're your reasons for why you have that thesis statement going on. And they're at the beginning of those paragraphs. And make sure, again, if you look back at the cow thing, I said cows were affectionate, clean, and civilized. Those are my claims from that thesis statement. So after your claims in writing, you've got your evidence. In order to prove anything, you've got to have evidence. So this is going to prove your claims. There could be direct quotes from something. It could be plot summary if we've read a story or a novel and you want to do some kind of plot summary there. It could be summary from something else. It could be a personal story in which you've got some strong evidence to support your claims. So evidence could be anything as long as it's strong. And you always hear me say, I want BS. And make sure you understand what I mean by that. I want you to be specific with your evidence. If you tell me that you know Gatsby is in love with Daisy, I want to know specifically from the task, when did that happen? So be really specific with your evidence. Yes, I want BS. Be specific. One piece of evidence is okay. And it's great to have one piece. At least you've got one piece. If you can find two pieces of evidence, that's amazing. So two pieces of evidence works much better. One's okay, as long as you've got some evidence. After your evidence in your writing, this is still the single paragraph with your claim, you've got to have some commentary. The commentary, and here it is your so what. So what does your evidence prove? So if you're not really sure of what to do with your commentary, ask yourself the question. I presented this evidence. Okay, so what now? What does that prove? So what? Where in your paper, this is where your paper gains some strength. The stronger your commentary, the stronger your analysis, the stronger you are. And so make sure also that this evidence is attached with commentary. Those two have got to go side by side. Later on in class, we're going to talk about actually connecting those two with some different words that I'll talk about later. So for now, make sure that you've got claim, evidence, commentary, and that commentary comes right after that evidence. The last thing you've got to make sure you're doing in your papers, make double, triple sure you've got transitions. You've got my super duper transition paper. Look at that. You'll never have any need for finding up words of your own. It's right there in your hands. So those happen at the beginning of your sentences. You'll have like a transition, then your claim, evidence, commentary, and to make it even better, more evidence and commentary. So again, those transitions have to be there. Those are the bridges from paragraph to paragraph. We still need to talk a little bit more about your introduction and conclusion, and I'll do that on another little video later. But for now, you know what the basics are for really good writing.